Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This week I watched a movie called Bethlehem Kudumba Unit. It is a Malayalam of life rom-com movie directed by Girish A, starring Nivin Pauly and Mamita Baiju. It is an age gap love story, right? So, uh, if I had a rupee for every time Mamita Baiju acted in a movie where she liked an older man and that was the taboo around that film, I would have 2 rupees. I know it is not a lot, but I would be surprised that it happened twice. But if I had a rupee for every time Nivin Pauly was in similar genre of film, and I think that is kind of problematic. Now, when I say it is problematic, I don't think uh, it is weird or creepy because the way the films that he has acted or she has acted, they don't treat it creepily. They treat it with as much taboo as it has, but it still ends up being somewhat wholesome in the end, somewhat uh, what do you say, feel good in the end, wherein they get together with the partner, kind of a thing. So that I think is problematic. Problematic not because there is an age gap. Now I'll tell you why. Because age gap रहना is not that big of a deal. अभी एक 30-35 साल की जो लड़की है, if there is a 30-35-year-old woman, if she is dating or with a guy of say 43-44 years old, I don't think that is a big deal as much as it should be a big deal if she is say 19 or 20, which she is in this film, and he says that they have an age difference of around 10 to 12 years, no, 12 to 13 years, which would put him at 32-ish, right? So I think that is problematic no matter how much you address it and all that. So, apart from that, this is like a disclaimer. So, apart from that, I thought that this film was really, really interesting and very entertaining. So, yeah, let us get into it. The first thing that I really liked was the performances by everyone. And the guy who plays Hari, I don't remember his name, but he was there in Premalu as well, also directed by Girish A. So he did a fabulous job. I think it was an amazing performance that was really really hilarious. Then we have Nivin Pauly giving a really good performance. I am always rooting. Also, Mamita Baiju does a really great job. There's a scene with Nivin Pauly and his younger brother where there's a crying scene. So it's so well shot and well acted. It really moved me. And talking about crying, Mamita Baiju does crying really well. She has done it in a lot of films, and she does it here as well. She has a really great way of expressing, having these micro expressions while crying, which make it look really, really real. So yeah, that is there, and there's a lot of actors in this, a lot of interesting characters. The whole city, the whole town, the way it is built, the characters, and the world building of it is really good. The subplots are great. The humor is great. I thought it is one of the funniest films I've watched recently, and truly funny. It did not feel like brain rot, right? So वो भी था, but I would say one thing कि I felt the length of the film. I wish it was a little shorter than what it was. Maybe 10-15 minutes का काट सकते थे, इसको छोटा कर सकते थे. It just feels like it is dragging on. So that is one thing, and the humor. This is a disclaimer that I should have given probably before as well. So I'm not a Malayali speaking person. So when I watched this film, I watched it with subtitles in the theaters, and it was funny to me. At least in the first half, it wasn't as funny to me as it was to the Malayali speaking audience. वो तो लोट पोट के हंस रहे थे. They were literally rolling on the floor laughing, but I was just laughing. I think it took me some time to adjust to the humor of the movie. Uh, and once it was there, it was hilarious. Few amazing physical gags were there. Dialogue wise, बहुत अच्छे jokes थे. And towards the end, it is very heartwarming. It is very much your Girish A film. I would say कि Tanir Matan Didangal is the first. Then I would put this film, then Premalu, and then Super Sharanya. So yeah, again, Super Sharanya, I really didn't like the ending. I didn't like the messaging behind the film as well, because it targets a younger audience. I feel like it should have a good message. गलत मैसेज देना नहीं चाहिए. अच्छा मैसेज दो ना दो ठीक है. कॉमेडी चल रही है ठीक है, बट आई फील लाइक अगर मैसेजिंग गलत है तो इट इज हार्मफुल फॉर द सोसाइटी. हाँ, सब लोग आके बोलेंगे कि फिल्म ही तो है, इसमें क्या है, इसमें तुम अपनी लाइफ के लिए लेसन क्यों ले रहे हो. बट वी लिव इन इंडिया एंड वी टेक लेसन फ्रॉम मूवीज. सलमान खान के हेयर स्टाइल से लेके जो रणबीर कपूर का एनिमल का डायलॉग है, सब कुछ हमने स्क्रीन से उतार के पहना है. सो आई फील कि we should be responsible when we are making a movie. I know I was talking about Bollywood, but every film. So yeah, that's it for this. Until then,